Hello and welcome back to Graf Woodshop. My name is Josh Graf, and here in a couple of weeks, me and my wife are expecting our third child. And today's project is going to be a quick little shaker or rattle to really kind of commemorate this point in time and to have a nice little toy for when he gets here. So, let's get after it.
So for this project, I'm using two different types of wood, some walnut that my papa had milled up decades and decades ago, and also a little bit of magnolia that was originally in my grandmother's yard that my dad had milled up a while ago as well. It's really fun getting to use some woods that have a little bit of a sentimental background to them in a project like this. So the first thing I'm doing is going over to the miter saw and just cutting off a little bit of a bad end that we have, and then getting a little piece of walnut that I can actually use for this project because I don't need this big honking piece of wood for a little rattle. So there we go, nice piece of wood, way more than I'm going to need, but I've got it now. After I've got my shorter piece of wood, now I'm headed over to the planer to do a little bit of skip planing to get it all cleaned up and get it down to the thickness that I want it to be today. After I was finished up with the planer, I then karate chopped my piece of walnut in half. So now I've got two pieces, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them with some of this carpet tape I've got here. It is a double-sided sticky tape, and it's going to hold them together because I'm going to be basically cutting out two identical circles, and the easiest way to do that is just put the two pieces together and cut the circle once. So that's what we're going to be doing. Roughly cut out the shape of the circle using the miter saw, and now I'm going to be actually using my sander to clean up the edges and make this thing perfectly round. So spending a lot of time here over the sander, getting it nice and neat, and just taking my time. If you are interested in seeing the video where I build this little sanding doohickey that I've got my bench sander in, be sure and check out the link in the description down below. So yeah, lots of sanding. After I finish sanding out my circle, I'm then going to be cutting out the 4 different posts that are going to be a part of this rattle. I've just got a little piece of oak dowel rod here that I had laying around. I'm setting my stop block so I can get them all the same length and just cutting them to size, all 4 of them. So now it's time to drill the holes that the dowel rods are going to go through. I do still have my 2 circles attached at this time just to make sure that my holes definitely lined up. I've also used the dowel rod to help pick out which size of drill bit I'm going to be using, and just doing my best to keep everything nice and neat and straight up and down, taking my time and just letting the drill do its job. And now I'm back here making little balls for the rattle, just kind of doing the same thing that I did as far as making the circle, just getting them down to size, using this belt sander to remove a little bit of material, and just getting the size and shape I want. So I glued everything to a little bit of Titebond 2 before I let it dry overnight, and now I'm just sanding everything down, cleaning up that little bit of glue squeeze out we have, and just making sure that everything's ready for finishing. First thing, I just used a little bit of mineral oil to really bring out the color in the wood, so you can see the walnut, see the magnolia.
Alright, we are all finished up now. I got it all sanded, everything finished up, and then I just took some mineral oil to finish it all the way up. That way, in case it gets chewed on a little bit, which very possible, everything should be just fine there. Okay? I'm going to keep this short because the neighbor's dog is barking like crazy, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear that, but if you want to see other projects like this or just what I'm doing in my shop, be sure and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, the best thing you can do if you want to support the channel is go watch another video. So in my pinned comment, I'm going to put a link to another video I think you guys should check out, but I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.